This, I guess we've been apparently waiting for this trailer for a while.
Yeah.
If you want, I don't know. I've always just been with this movie.
Wow.
With this movie, I just don't know what it is. I just don't know what it is. I just don't know what it is. I like the Arrow, the Black Canaries, all that kind of stuff. I just don't know this property, so it was never doing anything for me because my biggest problem with Harley Quinn and a lot of these people is they don't have a superpower.
What
besides Black Canary, I guess. She just has a hammer and she's crazy.
What is the name of the movie, Josh?
Birds of Prey.
And
what?
And?
Is there Hawk Girl in here?
The fantabulous emancipation of one
Harley Quinn.
One Miss.
One Miss Harley Quinn?
That's going to be tough to fit on a marquee.
Wow. Yeah.
That's why they write it in.
I've never seen Miss in the official title. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm just looking at it here.
I thought it was of one Harley Quinn. Double check that.
You're saying that Collider.com has
the incorrect
incorrect information?
I don't mean that rudely.
Of one Miss Harley Quinn.
I don't think Miss isn't part of the title. I'll be honest.
Click on that.
Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn has been the name of the title
Let's get to the bottom of this right now, shall we?
Please. Because this is...
Because this is very important.
No, it is. Let's get it right. If we're going to have them do it, let's get it right.
Yeah.
Just go on IMDb. Yeah, what's going on? Patient of one Harley
You
Quinn.
were right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You rocked it.
Sorry, Clyde.
But what does it say in that weird cursive underneath the name?
Yeah. Go to the poster.
Hold
on.
So
Let me go
it
to the
says
poster.
Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
Okay.
Which was announced so long ago too.
Okay.
But anyway, regardless, I understand how somebody could make that mistake considering there's 5,000 titles.
Huh? Hey.
Yeah.
This is like Anchorman,
I'm sure
the
she
Legend
is
of
a
Ron
miss.
Burgundy.
She's a miss because she's now single.
Right.
They say in the trailer.
Yeah.
Her and the Joker are no longer together.
That's what I liked.
Not a missus.
I like that. I like that we're getting some connective
Tie-in.
tissue to Suicide Squad.
Let me ask you a question. Was Journey, obviously Jussie Smollett's sister?
Yes.
Journey, was that Stephanie's friend in Full House? The actress?
Let me see. I don't know.
Because she looks real familiar. That would be the girl that was in Full House. But I don't know how old she is at this point. I think she might be kind of old. I don't know how old Stephanie Tanner is.
Well, she was in. Let's see.
Full House.
Yay!
There you go.
That's crazy.
All right.
What a
and
pull.
hanging with Mr.
Yeah,
Cooper.
13 episodes of Full House. She was in an episode of Martin.
Bang.
She was on Cosby.
Boom.
Bing, bang, boom.
Boom.
Yeah, she's been around for quite some time.
Sure.
I'm excited to see. I thought it was a really interesting casting for Dinah Lance, Black Canary.
Okay.
That's interesting that they're doing Dinah Lance as opposed to Laurel Lance or Dinah
Was that the
Drake.
characters?
Yeah.
Laurel Lance was in was the original in Arrow, played by Katie Cassidy, right?
Yeah, we have Laurel and we have Dinah, but we don't have. It's not Dinah Lance. Laurel Lance, Dinah Drake.
Is that with
Pretty sure. Is that Dinah's last name? Dinah Drake.
I'm trying to look it up, and my computer's just shit in the bed here. So
Just interesting. But I like this casting. I like the casting all around, actually.
Yeah.
I thought that in this trailer it was interesting that Ewan McGregor, they've been talking about, the worry is that he's going to be way too flamboyant in this film. He is playing Black Mask, who is a member of the LGBTQ community in this film. They've announced him as a gay character. And people have said...
Was he gay in the comics?
I don't believe so,
Okay.
but there's so many runs that I can't say that for certain.
Okay.
I don't remember that, but I don't think it was relevant or came up often. So, Mark, do you remember?
I mean, are they going after is he having a relationship with a man or with the transgender or something like that?
I don't know.
In this,
I have no idea.
I have no idea what his relationship is in this. I just know that the film announced that prior that he is a gay character,
Okay.
and based off of them going back for reshoots, people were claiming some of these were because he was playing the character too flamboyantly, and that was a concern for the LGBTQ plus community.
Sure.
I obviously hadn't seen that, and based on this trailer, I don't feel that way. So that's
I was going to
good.
say that's where I was going to ask. Did you see it? And I didn't. I thought
not in any way.
and he looked great. I want Ewan McGregor to go off the handle with this. And
Yeah.
I can't wait to see.
So he's the ultimate villain in this.
Yes,
is
he is,
like
and he's a Batman villain typically.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So this will
Well, that
be.
makes sense because it's all in Gotham.
Yeah, and I think that's exciting too because he's a big enough villain that it will be fun to have not just Harley but her girl gang with Black Canary and Huntress and whatnot. And he seemed interesting in this. I feel like I keep using that word because I don't know what else to call this
So does
movie.
he have
it's
like
interesting. It's weird. It's a little offbeat. It's unique. That's exactly what Mary Elizabeth Winstead is saying about it as well. A lot of the actors are saying, you ain't seen nothing like this before. People say that about their movies all the time, but I kind of believe it with this one.
I know. I was going to say this trailer is very.
It's. I'm looking at some of the comments, not only in the chat but also off our tweet, and it's kind of mixed. There's like this. I've seen some people that don't like it. I've seen some. What is this? What's the tone? Which I get. I get a little bit of like, what is this? Because it feels
Everybody
like
always
Suicide
has such
Squad.
issues with tone in DC. It's a drone that just drones.
Dark and pretty. This trailer.
Shut up and watch the movie.
This trailer did not blow me away, but it did not upset me either.
Yeah.
There wasn't that much information. It seems to me like Harley's recently gotten out of a relationship. Obviously, we know that's with the Joker. She mentions that. And now she's bumped into a lot of other strong superhero / villainy / anti-hero characters that are women that are also looking to be emancipated, and Black
So
Mask
these are
is the
all
villain.
bad girls, bad women.
No,
Anti-heroes.
yeah, I think when they're together, they're Harley. I don't think we're going to see her be a supervillain in this. Black Canary certainly is not, but she does have an edgier side, and we've also seen that on her
And that's
show
Mary
Arrow.
Elizabeth Winstead.
Black Canary is the
Journey Smollett. Okay.
She's Huntress.
Yeah.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Huntress?
Yes.
Huntress.
Wait, so the girl that Cara Delevingne plays in
No, that's that's
Enchantress?
oh my God,
Enchantress.
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 Yeah. Wow, I
So
stumbled
it
over
ends
that.
in a. So what does Huntress do? What's her thing? Can you explain each character to me?
Yeah, well, let's break it down via wiki
'Cause I
because
have
they'll
no
give the
idea.
shortest
Yes.
ones.
And does Black Mask have a superpower, or does he just wear a black mask?
Why are you so
Honestly.
anti this movie?
I'm not anti this movie. I don't know anything about these people.
Okay.
Other than the fact that I've never understood superheroes that don't have superpowers. Literally, Black Widow shoots a gun while everybody else is riding aliens and punching them. Like, I understand that Iron Man doesn't per se have a superpower, but the fact that he's got a heart in there and he can fly all over the place and he's super genius, he's super wealthy, whatever. Batman doesn't really have a superpower, I guess.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm
doesn't.
saying? He just he punches and he does his things, but he's got
He's
all
smart.
his cool toys, whatever. But literally, all that Harley Quinn had in Suicide Squad was a bat.
This is
and
what-
all Scarlett Johansson has is a gun. It's all.
This is
Black Widow kick your ass. That's her superpower.
I'm struggling to differentiate these women for you, but this is what Wiki has to say for
Okay.
you in our quick
Got
30
it.
seconds of this. Huntress, in the 1989 Huntress series, she was born into one of Gotham City's most prominent mafia families. We've talked about
Okay.
with Black Mask going mafia in this movie as well, which is why you saw some of that crime stuff going on.
Yeah.
It's iteration of the character. She was kidnapped as a child and raped by a rival mafia don purely to psychologically torture her father, and is a withdrawn girl.
Yikes.
Okay.
Which is not in the versions that I don't remember this.
And so her superpower is? Or does she just shoot a crossbow?
I liken
Well, I
this a
don't- I
lot
don't
to
know.
Batman. It's like they use their skills on the street. This
Got it.
character,
Black,
Huntress, that
so
you're
I don't know about her if she has superpowers. Black Canary
Has the voice.
Canary
thing.
Cry.
Yes.
Is what it's called.
Right. And you saw that in the trailer where the martini was shaking while she was singing.
Right. And so we actually haven't seen that in the live action shows with the singing as much,
Okay.
but that is from the comics, absolutely.
Right.
But the Canary Cry, like,
She does that thing where she's like, ah! And there's Laurel Lance gets it and he goes like, ah!
yes.
Yes.
Roxy held that together pretty
Yes.
well.
I mean, I'm not going to do the full shriek, but I'm sure I could.
Definitely.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Cody. You crushed
I
that.
believe the other, I believe Huntress is very skilled in combat, but
Okay.
I don't think that she has any superpower. It also depends, like, in what in this version, what's happened to them before, right? Like, where have they been?
Like,
How did you get this? Were you born with it? Was there something like, remember in Flash, the particle accelerator explosion, or the Lazarus pit when you come back with different things? Like, there are different things that could have happened to them. So I don't know in this version what has happened to Huntress. We'll have to see. But based off the trailer, it didn't look like she had any.
Basically, the point I'm getting at here is, does Black Mask have superpowers, or is he just a mob boss and they have to go and shoot and kill people? Because if that's all they have to do, and she's got her big hammer, or she's got her bat, and Huntress has a crossbow, and Canary has her scream.
If I remember correctly,
then they're just vigilantes, and that's fine. I'm not
That's
asking for
where I think they're going.
movies.
There's some versions in which he's not even a mob boss, but in this, from what I remember, he did not have powers. He was a mob boss without powers.
Because
and that bothers you?
No, it doesn't bother me. This makes sense, because in every other DC movie, or when you're doing these superhero movies, Batman's fighting aliens and Darkseid, right? He's a human being. He's not Wonder Woman. He's not Aquaman. He's not Superman.
Well, he's not taking on Darkseid alone.
I know. I understand that. But he's still fighting, and he's like driving everywhere, and he's doing his things. He's still a human being.
Well, how do you feel about Iron Man as a character?
I just said Iron Man's got all that stuff around him. He's got like the super suit.
But Batman does as well.
Yeah.
I get that. What I'm getting at here is, do these girls have a superpower, or are they just giving Harley Quinn a fucking bat again?
Yes.
Bat.
Okay.
And Canary has the canary cry, and
which makes sense, because she can do that thing where she's and people get
And I think we'll probably see. So initially, when these were announced, this was supposed to be a Gotham City Sirens movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is probably going to be an introduction to some of the more known people that you like, Poison Ivy by the end.
Okay, awesome.
Oh, so you think more like,
Villains.
could we see a Catwoman, a Poison Ivy?
Exactly. That's
okay.
what I think is going to happen. And so then that's breaking into what you're talking about with the actual powers. Poison Ivy, obviously, with actual powers. I think that probably, if it's not in a post-credit on this, we will allude to them being out there. We will reference them, and we will get a Gotham City Sirens movie after this, if it is successful, where we have a bigger girl gang of more legit powers.
Oh, for sure.
Now let me ask you a question. With all these girls together in this movie, were they a team before, or is Harley Quinn recruiting them?
I think based on the trailer, what we're seeing is that she's recruiting them. So she thinks she's out there alone. She's gotten out of her relationship with Joker. She's ready to raise hell. And then she realizes, I'm not the only one who wants to be emancipated. Like that, which means that I'm guessing she's finding these other women.
Now, when you are dressed like are the cops after Harley Quinn at this point?
You mean after the events of Suicide Squad?
Is this taking place after Suicide Squad? Because this is all
yes, after Suicide Squad, because we know she's not with Joker anymore. No, I don't think she's being hunted by the police, because Gotham.
Because what?
Gotham.
What does that,
other shit going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you ever watch an episode of Gotham, or do you remember any live action Gotham?
I watched a little bit.
I mean, I've seen all the Batman movies.
Right, okay, tons of crime.
Seen Suicide Squad.
Like bigger fish to fry kind of thing. Corrupt police officers. They're doing
the mob.
Mobs, running things.
She was the Joker's right-hand man. He's the worst villain in Gotham.
Joker.
You don't think that? And she's dressed like... she's not dressed like undercover. She's not walking around like my mom going to teach 5th grade.
But what did she do that make...
Wasn't she like a super criminal with him?
But now she's not with him anymore.
So yes, and now she's not with him anymore.
Bonnie and Clyde, baby.
Makes no sense to me.
You're yucking my yum so much, and I'm so upset about it.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of anti-heroes? I'm supposed to root for these people?
Black Canary's not even an anti-hero.
So why is she getting with Harley Quinn?
Because
I think you're thinking too much.
Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah.
I am.
This is sad.
I think this movie is doing something. It looks like it's connected to Suicide Squad, and we know how Suicide Squad came out critically, but did well in theaters. Has that vibe, but I think and what DC's been doing is going in, let's have fun. And this is what I think this is. That's why we get Ewan McGregor that's just like hamming it up and going to be like one of those villains that could be so flamboyant that people are like, oh, but he looks great in the trailer right now.
What
for
are you
me,
pulling up?
I'm pulling up right now because I wanted to double check on Huntress. Highly skilled gymnast, highly skilled hand-to-hand combatant, and expert markswoman.
Okay.
Does that help
with
you
the
out?
crossbow. That was my thing. Yes.
That's kind of like Hawkeye. Hawkeye doesn't have
Totally.
superpowers, but can Just shoot the hell out of an arrow.
I never really understood Hawkeye or Arrow for the most part. When we have guns, what do you need a bow for?
I think maybe this movie's not for you.
Here's the thing: I'm the common man. Every time on the show, I'm the common man. I'm not your super comic book fan. I'm not like the super. What I'm getting at here is why am I tuning into this movie?
Well, I think you like crime movies, right?
Sure.
And so this is a crime movie on steroids.
Okay.
Yeah.
But as somebody that sat through Suicide Squad and watched and
That
saw her
wasn't
as
a crime movie, though.
I know, but I'm saying Harley Quinn was a criminal in this. Now, unless at the beginning of the movie, Amanda Waller's like, hey, we feel bad about Suicide Squad. Thanks for helping us bring down the Enchantress. Here's your freedom. Then okay, I'm fine with that.
Actually.
But if she's part of this
I don't think
Suicide
we're gonna
Squad,
see her. Amanda Waller. I don't think so. That would be interesting, though.
I'm wondering how, because Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie will be in the Suicide Squad. They just started filming. I think that we're going to get a connection to it because of Harley Quinn.
Possibly.
Yeah.
here's the thing: if I didn't know any of that stuff from the outside, I would have thought this was a pretty fun trailer.
So in the Suicide Squad, Josh, they have these things implanted in their brain. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So you're really not very at risk to society.
Got it.
Because we'll just blow you up.
Okay.
Right.
So unless you can fix that,
And
you're
we
a
think
genius
that
with
Harley Quinn is middling somewhere in the middle of like, hey, I'm going to take down this mob boss because he's effing with my stuff, and also recruiting these girls that have some issues, but are mostly, for the most part, like girls that want to do good against bad people.
I think she's a fucked up version of a 2019 girl. Stick it to the men, ladies. Am I right? But she's still a villain. But now she's like, I can do good. I don't need you, Joker. I can help out these other women. And this crime boss is messing with me. Let's stick together, girlfriends. But bonkers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See, now you're selling me on this.
I am.
Well, I'm trying.
I don't know if this movie's for you.
Keep going.
I'm going
don't
to.
know if it's for you.
I'm not going to see it in the theater, but I will see this movie eventually. Listen, you got to really sell me on a movie to get me to go to the theater. Do it because
yeah.
I'm like. I'm not trying to be cheap, but I really want to. If I really want to see a movie, I will go see it in the theaters. This trailer really didn't do it for me because I think I feel a little burned after Suicide Squad, and and because I watched so many seasons of Arrow and Flash and Supergirl,
Josh,
that all
I think
these people, it's like,
this movie is a challenging sell because it's got a director that you don't know.
Yeah.
And it's
Who's
got
the director?
Kathy Ann.
Okay.
And it's got tons of characters that you don't know. And the only thing people really know is Margot Robbie, right? That's the number one selling thing about Suicide Squad.
I knew
Margot.
Journey Smollett from Full House.
That's true. But talking to Josh the Common Man, you probably didn't know that.
Correct.
Right?
I thought it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know for sure.
So I think that that's why this is and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn, because Harley Quinn is the selling point of this movie. If you like the character, if you liked Margot Robbie's portrayal of Harley Quinn and you wanted to see more, this movie is for you.
Okay.
If you thought that was if you don't love us going to Gotham, if you don't want to see this crime version, if you're not a huge Ewan McGregor fan.
I love Ewan McGregor.
Well, okay, then maybe.
I'm just saying, I'm somewhere on the fence of, because I don't know any of this, and it's not really per se been told to me that it ties into certain things. Because wasn't there this conversation where Margot Robbie was doing a bunch of different Harley Quinn movies that she had in development? Wasn't there a Harley Quinn series? So is this the launching point of a Harley Quinn series? Or do we not know that? Because
here's what's going on: the app has a Harley Quinn animated series.
Okay.
So that will be taking place. This is not the launch of that, but that is still in existence.
Okay.
There's
I
also
don't need animated. You can push that away. That doesn't interest me.
There is Suicide Squad 2,
Okay.
which, is called The Suicide Squad.
Correct.
Which we know she's been announced to be in, but probably is going to have a pretty minor role in.
Okay. And is that going to tie to this movie?
I don't think so. I think that she's going to have a pretty
seems like a
minor
waste of
role.
time.
And then the other thing that we know was in development, and they confirmed is still in development, is Harley and Joker.
Okay.
Which is Jared Leto and Margot Robbie, a Harley Joker movie.
And they're going to come back together after this Birds of Prey is what they're
I
thinking.
honestly think we're never going to see that movie.
Okay, so
but
that movie's never gonna happen.
It might happen. It's in development. I don't think we're going to see it.
See, I think, and you can call me a shill or whatever the hell you want to call me, I just feel like I've been spoiled by the Marvel Cinematic Universe because they all have a tie, a thoroughfare, a through line. I don't understand why I'm watching this movie.
Well, I think because you're talking about Marvel, the through line, they did their shared universe. It's been working for them since Iron Man, right? DC seems
is
to stumble
Shazam
a
going to
bit.
be here? Is
Right.
Shazam going to be in this?
No.
Yeah, and so that's where I'm getting to. The DC universe, we don't know what's connected right now because Matt Reeves is doing Batman apparently years before. So they're not. This Batman is not going to connect to Birds of Prey.
Okay.
Shazam had a different Superman in it, no Henry Cavill, so we don't know. But they did Shazam. They were able to mention Superman and Batman, so we know it's connected somehow. I think they're still figuring out how they're going to connect their full universe.
I'm not trying to upset you, by the way. Yeah.
What? I didn't make the movie.
No, I know, but you say like you're really getting my something. I don't know what you said, but you were like you're really messing with my Grim or Graw.
Oh, you're yucking my yum.
Yeah, yucking my yum.
DC has said out loud we're hitting singles. That's what we're focusing on right now. We're hitting singles. We made this massive plan for the shared universe. We did a slate for the 7 years until 2022 where we were going to have a Flashpoint and a Green Lantern and a Cyborg movie, and they made that whole slate after Marvel made their slate. Mm-hmm. And then they put out BVS. People did not like it. Some people liked it, obviously, but in general, it wasn't a massive success.
Well, you're going to like anything with Superman, you jaguar.
Yeah.
Justice League. People really didn't seem to like it.
Right. Didn't like that.
Some people did.
Superman was in it. Didn't like it.
Some people did, but it wasn't a massive success in the way that Marvel's was. So they were like, never mind. What's working for us right now? Wonder Woman.
Singles.
Okay, let's hit that single. Aquaman, hit that single, even though you didn't like it. Still, they hit it.
That was more like a grand slam.
Shazam hit that single. So they're just right now like
financially.
Let's have movies that people like.
Okay.
And then like we'll figure out the other shit later.
Okay.
Maybe they connect. Maybe they don't. Sure. Okay. But that's what they're trying to do because they were like, ooh, we're going to do what Marvel did. And they tried it and they botched it.
See, like, as for, again, the common man situation is when you tell me it's Gotham and there's no Batman, why am I watching?
I'm kind of with you on that, too. I want Batman in my Gotham area.
Or at least the Joker.
So I'm wondering if he's going to be mentioned. And I think, Joker obviously mentioned in the trailer. Catwoman, Poison Ivy, to your point, Roxy, going to connect somehow. I wonder how they're going to connect a Batman or if he's going to be mentioned at all or if they're trying to stay away and reboot the property with Matt Reeves' thing, and that's figure out later how it connects.
Right now, they have to kind of stay away because they don't have a Batman to play with.
Right.
Ben Affleck is out of the universe, and Robert Pattinson is decades prior. So there's no Batman to connect to right now.
No, I all of your points make very solid sense.
It doesn't fit for you. Like it doesn't make you want to see it. I get it.
That's really interesting for Warner Brothers, who uses Batman
for everything.
For everything. That's why we got instead of Man of Steel 2, we got Batman v Superman because I felt like Warner Brothers was like, shit, Man of Steel didn't do too well. You know what? Let's put Batman in.
Because Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises and Batman Begins were such huge successes.
Right.
Now listen. Those movies didn't really tie into anything, but there was a trilogy of Christian Bale Batman movies that I was like solidly invested in.
It was before the big craze.
Correct.
You know? Because Dark Knight and Iron Man came out the same year.
Yeah.
So
I think this movie is for people who love Harley Quinn.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think DC fans are going to love this.
Yeah.
What do you think this does opening weekend?
But yeah, you can speak better on it.
I really don't know because there's weird with all the talk about the reshoots that they were going back for the fight training, but then there was more reshoots that they were claiming they were going back for other reasons. There's been a lot of strange things about this movie. I don't think buzz is particularly great about it right now, but DC has pretty good will, especially if Joker does what they think it will.
Yeah.
What was Shazam?
What
did Shazam open to?
Yeah, can you bring that up, Cody? And can you also bring up what X-Men Dark Phoenix did? Because I think that might be a good but this might be a good barometer of what the Birds of Prey might do opening weekend.
I don't think you compare
X-Men. I thought Shazam opened at 60, but it looks like it was
at the
less.
tail end. They were.
Yeah, but Mark, X-Men is still a franchise.
Yeah, but it was people coming off of Apocalypse to this.
Okay, Shazam opening weekend. Well, at domestic it did 140. Where is it?
No, opening weekend was 53. I would say that this is going to open at 60.
Yeah, that's where I'd put it. Yeah, I'd put it there too.
I think so. People remember. Like,
what did Dark Phoenix do opening weekend?
I think it said 20 something. Common Man Josh for a second.
32. Yes,
32. Common Man Josh for a second. remember Halloween 2 years ago? How literally you could not see a Harley Quinn everywhere you looked.
Right.
Totally.
Like the obsession over this character is huge. So even though she's not Batman, this is not opening at 250. People are obsessed with Harley and with Margot Robbie in general.
I mean, you're telling me.
And then it's with Gotham, and we're adding Ewan McGregor. I think it will do 60.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that they're probably hoping to do higher than that, honestly.
Well,
I think so too, and I think if we get closer, we start to see some press screenings. People are starting to rave about it. I think it could go up.
I'm unclear if I'm not sure this movie is going to be good. I think I'm going to like it. I liked Suicide Squad.
Okay.
So I'm not sure how this movie is going to be.
I actually didn't mind Suicide Squad until the end. Like I know a lot of people hated the music video intro of all the characters, but I liked it.
I like that. No,
too.
it
I
just
think it
fell
was
apart.
Yeah, I
throughout
just
that
don't think there
movie.
was an actual plot the last 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like, hey, we got to blow up this enchantress. Well, what's she doing? I don't really know. She just turned the city to black.
Big portal.
Yeah.
Just another portal.
So many damn
What are we
portals.
looking at right now?
The
Birds of
release
Prey.
schedule, it's currently by itself that opening weekend.
Uh-huh.
So
Oh,
there's not much
February.
competition.
Got it.
So a week later is The King's Man. It's going to be in
All right.
Sonic.
That's
I mean,
like-
yeah, I think 60 million is a good estimate right now.
February, it's right after Bad Boys for Life.
And I will say that
People are going to be exhausted from going to see that.
I don't know. I think that this is a fun Valentine's Day type movie because
I don't disagree.
the girl, like, this is obviously a vast generalization, but women seem to love Harley, so they're going to want to see this. But it's not like a rom-com that guys aren't going to want to watch.
I mean, the Comic-Con that year after Suicide Squad, there was a billion Harley
Harleys
Quinns.
everywhere,
Everywhere.
Because that Comic-Con trailer.
Yeah.
That
And parents
thing
were pissed
crushed.
because they were like, "This is not somebody to look up to."
No, not at all. So you get your Valentine's Day kind of movie here with the Birds of Prey, whatever. Do you think this movie would have done better if it was Harley Quinn : The Birds of Prey?
I don't think people know what the hell Birds of Prey is.
Exactly,
I
that's
know
another
Birds
thing.
of Prey, but I don't think people know. I think Gotham City Sirens was the smarter move because at least it has
Put
the word
Gotham.
Gotham in the title.
Yeah.
But we're not going with that storyline, so we can't take it. Yes, I probably think Harley Quinn, the Birds of Prey would be a stronger title. I don't understand. I get that it's cute, but the fact that I am on DC Movie News and every time I have to go, and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. Like, I cannot get it. It's
literally
a ridiculous
don't be a menace
title.
to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous title. So I don't. And
Well, it's obviously what the tone of the movie is
Collider
going to be.
didn't get the name of the movie right,
They
Correct.
did. They
Correct.
did. They did.
and I don't blame them.
No, because it's too much. I'd say it is a friggin' mouthful.
a
So,
lot.
do you think? I'm just trying to get every angle of
Yeah.
what this is. Do we think that the marketing of this movie is really going to depend on who goes to the theater?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of times when marketing really doesn't friggin' matter. Like everybody was going to go see Endgame.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Everybody's
going to
go see Star Wars.
Everybody was going to go see Star Wars.
This is a word of mouth movie for sure.
Okay.
It is very up for debate how this does.
Yeah.
Very up for debate. If people like this and it becomes like a Venom type thing, or even a Suicide Squad, and it makes a boat ton of money, even though critics don't like it,
Yeah, Suicide
then-
Squad,
and
what,
that's
700
fine.
million plus?
which is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Does this get released in China? Do we know anything like that? Because I know
Yeah.
there are some countries that.
I think so.
Okay.
I think that this is getting released.
I think it'll do well. To your point, the marketing,
Yeah.
we're starting right now. So we got to see more. I mean, but these posters are kind of. It goes to your point, Roxy, with that.
I mean, Margot
long
Robbie
title.
on a poster. Margot Robbie on a poster is a sell.
Yeah.
It's a sell.
And you've seen some of these
She's the
posters. She's
entire
with a
poster.
hyena.
Yeah.
You know, and that, like, for me, that poster was awesome. I
It's
was
a
like,
dope
hey,
poster.
cool.
Few times I've seen a poster and been like, whoa, that's pretty
I'm
badass.
curious what people at home are thinking. Did they like the trailer? Did the trailer even matter to them?
Yeah.
No, that's what I was saying. Some of at least the chat room, some tweets, they were kind of iffy on it.